Hey Sagittarius, I hope that you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life reading for April 1st through the 15th. We're going to take a look at the energy that's surrounding you, pull some tarot for your current energy, any obstacles, challenges, and what might be hidden from you. We'll get some advice from Spirit and look at your potential outcome. And then we'll wrap up by pulling an oracle card to see if there is any additional information that Spirit wants you to know. If you want to skip the card pull, go ahead and click on the timestamp in the description box below. But outside of that, grab your sips and let's get into it. So, pulling your oracle cards to get a sense of the overall energy surrounding you right now, we have Vesta, home. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. And we also have anxiety. So we'll see how those fit in, but we'll go ahead and pull some tarot for you and see what your current energy is. We have the Knave of Wands. We also have the Moon. For any challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden from you. Okay, we have one that flipped out, and we have Justice. For advice from Spirit, let's see what we have for the Sagittarius Collective. We have the Fool. And for your potential outcome, let's see what we have for you. Potential outcome for my Sagittarius. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay. So let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit further. So looking at the current energy for Sagittarius. Current energy for Sagittarius. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. For challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden, we have the World in reverse, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Oi! For the advice from Spirit, that one wanted to come out, but it didn't quite get there. For advice from Spirit, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And for your potential outcome for my Sagittarius. Okay, we have the Empress in reverse and we have the Four of Wands in reverse. All right, so let's grab the Kipper deck and get any final messages from Spirit before we jump into the reading. So for your current energy, we have Judication. For challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden, we have Message. For advice from Spirit, we have Journey. And for your potential outcome, we have Courthouse. Okay. Ooh, this is a little heavy, Sagittarius. I'm not even going to lie to you. Let me grab a sip. All right, so getting into it, as I was meditating on your energy, there was one message that came through, and it was, this is a fine mess, isn't it? And I also want to point out that right before I started the reading, I lit a new incense for you, and it seems to have gone out mysteriously, hasn't even burned. So it really feels as though what's happening around you, and I want to say that this is an interpersonal relationship, some sort of, I don't feel that it's a romantic relationship, but maybe something that has to do with a job, maybe something that has to do with a business of some sort, but it feels as though there's a lot of stress that's surrounding this because it's something that started out, what I feel is pretty promising, that was going to offer you some level of stability, some comfort. And now it's just become completely rife with stress. Like there's so much tension surrounding it right now that you know, you need you're trying to figure out a way to get back to your happy place. It's like, how do I get out of this mess? Looking at your current energy, we have the Knave of Wands, we have the Moon, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have Judication. So, what it feels like is that there have been some, I don't want to say explosions because I don't feel as though there's been, sort of one big blow up, but it almost seems as though there have been some, I guess, passionate exchanges that are making you think that there are some things happening behind closed doors that you are not aware of. That there's some sort of shifty behavior that you don't have the full story. And in response to that, you've kind of dialed back your efforts. Like, okay, I need to know more about what's going on here before I continue pouring myself into this. It feels like a very unstable energy that's around you right now, and you're trying to get to the truth. You're trying to figure out who and what is on the up and up here. Like, who can you trust? How do you get the information that you need? How do you figure out what's going on? How do you figure out how to fix this mess? So, looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have Justice, we have the World in reverse, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, we have the Six of Wands in reverse, and we have Message. So this is telling me that the challenge for you right now, Sagittarius, is that you you want something to shake out here. You want to know what's going on. It feels as though, you're in a place like, you owe me the truth. Tell me straight up what is going on so I can figure things out on my end. But it seems as though you're stuck in this place of not knowing. You can't move forward. There is no positive outcome that's come for you. And you're waiting. You're waiting on this message to come, right? So that's what you don't see. It's on its way, but in the meanwhile, it just seems to be a whole lot of stagnancy, a whole lot of questions, a whole lot of waiting, a whole lot of trying to figure out what the hell is going on around you. Looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Fool, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and we also have Journey. So what I'm feeling right now, Sagittarius, is that it's time to move on from this. It's time to move on. It's not you sort of vocalizing, and it feels as though your inclination right now is to kind of lash out and to, you know, I want to say be strong and stand your ground, but the way that I'm feeling is that that would come out super aggressive to whomever else is involved in this. And so what I'm feeling from Spirit is that it may be time to consider just moving on. And what I heard in my head is something that I've been hearing quite often over the past few weeks is acceptance without understanding. So even if, some sort of message were to come in, it still wouldn't make everything make sense to you. And it might be better to just cut your losses and move forward in a different path without whatever this chaos is in the background. So what we have in terms of potential outcome, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Empress in reverse, we have the Four of Wands in reverse, and we also have Courthouse. So Sagittarius, what I'm feeling here is that there will be some sort of communication towards you this sort of message that you were looking for that I think tries to give you some clarity on why this mess was created. That being said, I don't think that this message is going to lend itself to creating that sort of excitement, that stability, that security that you were looking for. It doesn't seem like there's going to be anything in this situation that you're going to continue nurturing, right? That you're going to give birth to something fresh and new and sort of rejuvenated. It really appears as though you're going to be moving on from this, regardless of what information you receive. Because I think that what's going to happen with this communication, I just saw a gavel, hit the little thingy that judges use. But there's going to be a very final decision being made. And it feels like the decision that you're going to make is to just move on, to sort of preserve your mental health, your sanity, all of that good stuff, and say, you know what, this is not changing. This was too much for me. This was too much stress. It's not giving me the foundation that I'm looking for. It's time to find something else. So let's grab one last oracle card for you and see what additional messages Spirit may have. Any additional messages for a Sagittarius? Okay. Oh, wow. All right. We have 3 that came out. So the first one that we have for you: the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And then the last card that came out: the presence of love will always cast out fear. So Sagittarius, what I'm seeing for you right now is that this is the time to not focus your energy on the stress that you're under right now, but to focus on what's next for you. So, with the advice, we have the Fool card, and that's taking a leap of faith, right? This is someone who is absolutely fearless. They're standing on the edge of this cliff with nothing but the bare minimum with them. The sun is shining on their face, and they are ready to take that step, not exactly knowing what's in front of them, but having full faith that whatever it is, it's going to be okay. So, universe is saying that bring that to your intentions in moving forward, in letting go of this stress. Be fearless. Don't think that whatever this situation is the end all be all to your life, that you have to stay stuck there. Focus your energy on what it is that you truly want, and what you truly don't want is the anxiety. So don't focus on that. Move forward fearlessly, and knowing that your higher self is not going to steer you wrong, that Spirit is not going to steer you wrong, that everything will be fine. So I will leave it there, Sagittarius. I hope that this resonated with you somehow. I hope that it was helpful. If it was, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future readings. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.